Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hang Out in Art. This is a recording of a live stream with a live audience. I usually hang out, do some art with friends on the stream, and we talk with people in chat. We share ideas. Hopefully a few people will play along, and hopefully we get lots of inspiration from each other. Welcome. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes for people to get here. So we'll just kind of chit chat for a while, for about 10 minutes, fast forward through this if you don't want to hear the chit chat. And today I'm going to catch you up on a few things I've been doing. And then I think Colleen's going to join me later in a little bit. She should be here soon. And we're going to go through some art books. And I want to see what art books you guys have and if there's anything you want us to, any books you want us to stream from, or any techniques you want to learn. So, or if you see a book that you don't have, but you want us to work in it, we have it, we'll be happy to. So, hey, Linda, good to see you. Glad you're feeling better. Hi, Terry, Dar, Joy. How's everybody this morning? And good to see you guys. So what's everybody been up to? Anybody doing anything interesting? Morning, Eileen. Got your books out, Eileen? Okay, just grabbing a quick bite. Hey, AJ. AJ, Amy, have you worked on Wonderlust lately? I have not, and I'm determined to get back into it between now and the end of the year. Okay, well, go grab your U-Haul and have the pool boys send all your books over. Oh, you're getting started on Wonderlust. Have you been keeping up? Have you done any of the lessons in the past few weeks? Okay, Jack, go to your place. You're not having breakfast. You had yours. Come on. Oh, Colleen's here. Just a minute. All right. Oh, I know. Colleen and I were talking about that. We haven't either. We kind of want to try and get back into that. All right. Morning, Colleen. Shh. Hey, go to your place. That's no noise. He hears the noise. He thinks somebody's at the door.
I can't read chat very well without them.
Oh yeah. Okay. Eileen has been downloading them.
Yeah, I had computer issues for downloading. Tom said that he fixed it, so I should go and start doing that. I know my note to do that. Forget it. I was having issues with downloading, and so he figured it out. I don't know what it was. I'm just glad it's fixed.
Good.
So now I can go back to downloading.
Okay, so Eileen, you have this book right here, Abstract Art Painting.
Hi, Ann, AJ, Eileen, Kat, Joy. Okay, who else is here? Okay, that's it so far. Okay, make sure I didn't miss nobody. That's what she put in chat yesterday at
okay.
Shauna's stream.
Okay, I missed Shauna's. I missed it. I saw a little bit of Dee Dee's. I missed Janet. I missed Shauna. So, okay, yeah, Colleen had mentioned it to me yesterday, and I do have it. It looks like a fun book. What I wanted to do today, Colleen and I we're going to go through some of our books and compare what we have. And I want to see what books you guys have, if you have any of the same books. And maybe we can, if there's any techniques or projects you guys would like to see us do to work along with, let us know. Let us know that way, because we like when everybody kind of plays along. And if there's something you want to do, we'll be happy to try it out. No, you don't have to log in.
Gotta log in to Amazon. Here's the faux and caustic I did on this Canson, I don't know, some board thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is how it turned out. So, like, when it dried, I did get, I think that was where I put my finger at. But overall, like, you can see, it looks pretty good at faux caustic because you can see the stamping, even the yellow stamping underneath the gold, the brown, like, all that shows up. So, I'm going to tilt it and kind of see them. Because I also use gold, which is why it has all that sheen. And we use some dragon fly glaze, but and then I stuck her on top. It was still wet. And then I was trying, going to my markers, seeing what works and what wasn't, and I started filling in her hair. So I just need to finish filling her in. But so that looks pretty good. So that if I really want to make it blend, I'll probably have to put some gold paint around it or something and make her blend in. But I think it was a fun experiment. I think it turned out well.
It turned out really good, and I'm amazed because you know how, because I was popping in and out on Saturday was that, and it was so thick, but it was so creamy and white, but it did end up drying clear.
Yeah, it did. And this one was the leftover faux and caustic stuff, and it glued my paper down here. Good. Hold on. Yeah, you think wax paper doesn't stick? It sticks to this because we use matte medium, which is like a glue. But yeah, this one I did did again some stamping in the background, and I just smeared what I had left because I didn't really have enough to do this giant page, but it still turned out really cool though. So you see the shine to it, and it has that. It's just different than if you can't really get that effect by just using matte medium or just using paint. It has a translucence.
It's more shimmery and clear, not creamy.
Translucent. So by diluting that matte medium and adding that paint to it and putting that on, it's a really neat effect if you want your background to show through, and you don't want to totally cover it up, but you want to cover up the white spaces. From the stampings, they still had the white spaces. So yeah, it's a fun experiment.
Cool. Now, could you take some of the Prima paste maybe to rub on top of the one with the girl to blend that stuff in?
You mean the wax?
Yeah, the Prima wax.
No, I probably could. I never thought about that. Oh, I'm glad you got the book, Ann. She ordered the folk art book, right? Is that Ann? No, she's ordered. Might be buying another book. Never mind, I misread it.
I just bought the folk art book that Colleen was working. Oh, she bought the folk art book that you're working on.
Okay, it might be buying another. Got it. Okay, I didn't misread it. It's so early.
Okay, that's something we should mention. I think we had said on Friday that we'd probably on the New Year's Eve streamathon work on the dragon, but since Chinese New Year's isn't until the end of January, we thought we would save that closer to Chinese New Year's. So we'll definitely do the dragon, just not on our New Year's. We'll do it more towards Chinese New Year's, right, Colleen?
Yeah, I agree. You said it was January 25th. What day?
Yeah.
What day is that? Let's see. That's a Saturday, so
We'll
we
do the 24th.
yeah. So the 24th when I stream, I'll do that. We could do it then a day before.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. So I know there are a lot of people that really like the dragon and want to do it. We are going to do it, just not on New Year's Day.
Was it Japanese dragon, Chinese? What was that?
Chinese New Year's.
Chinese. Thank you. So waking up Chinese New Year. I'm always up by this time, and my brain's just not working.
Ellie, do you want to talk about your time change on Fridays?
Okay, so we'll do the China. Yeah, that's great because this is actually the holiday, so I think that makes more sense. So,
okay,
I'm gonna start streaming at 10 a.m. on Fridays instead of 6 or 6:30 Friday night. So probably 10 to 1, and that works out because we really have no Friday streamers on a regular basis. And then I have the rest of my day. So then if I need to run errands or whatever, I have my rest of my day. So I'd rather switch. And then Debbie is going to take my stream time on Friday night, 6 to 8 Eastern. And I'm going to take the 10 a.m. to 1 Eastern since that's it. No one's in that spot. So this is rose gold. I have bronze and I have gold. I don't have like a gold. How do I not have gold?
huh?
I have greens and purples and pinks and this stuff is different, right? What is this? This is a different cut of wax.
But I think anything waxy or
Well, let's pretend this matches. Let's pretend this matches.
Yeah, just do it real. Can you get it really thin?
Let's pretend.
Oh, there you go.
Well, if it was the right color, I think it might help a little bit. Or I peel up some of the edges. Since it's not totally tacked down. See, it's like it's wiggling.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had the actual gold, not rose gold, so if I tore it.
Yeah, like not make it so smooth so it blends a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, a little less square, which is what Dee Dee had said to do anyway. But that's why I kept cutting things out perfectly for the reverse collage. And some things I think I have to because I'm nervous about tearing it and tearing the image. But this, it's already glued down, so part of it.
Maybe can you take a baby wipe and then wipe that paste off that you just put on?
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's coming mostly off. It's on there a little bit. It's on there a little bit.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I wouldn't thought that would adhere, but some of that still stayed even after wiping it off. If y'all could see it more subtle, but that's pretty good that the wax like attached that quick.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess on my list to buy would be gold wax.
Gold wax. Or I think there's a coppery too.
Yeah, I have bronze and rose gold.
Cool.
And, the bronze and I opened this. I forgot what this
Morning,
is.
Helen.
Oh, this is something else, but this is silver.
Oh, okay.
Well, it says it's bronze. Oh, brushed iron, Doy. Brushed iron, not bronze.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be too different.
I'm so not awake. Yeah. Okay, gold's on my list. And this is that powder stuff, right? Exploring my stuff, which I forgot I owned.
Is that a Prima thing?
Yeah. Oh, that's the powder stuff. What I forgot what I do with it. Shake it on, and then what?
Is it like an embossing powder? Does anybody have that? Morning, Norma. Good to see you. I hope you feel better.
You're probably the only one shopping today. Let's see.
How come
powder onto resins, wood paper. Create an antique vintage look. Reveal textures, details.
Oh, I wonder if
I don't know what you do with it. It does. I thought it was like going to be like magicals, but it's because it's got a little shaky, like a little. But it doesn't say anything about that. Now I ain't figure out what I ordered. Well, I've had it a while. This is not newly ordered. I just
Hey,
forgot.
Colleen, I wonder if that find it. This stuff, the Distress Collage medium in the vintage would help blend that in.
Oh, this? Or you mean the?
Yeah, and there, like if you put a little bit of this over that, if that would kind of blend it in.
Let's see. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I was at my art journal group on Thursday, and somebody had this, and I really like it. It's a vintage collage medium by Tim Holtz, and it's I think it's just like matte medium with the vintage tint in it.
Actually, that works quite nice. Actually,
Yeah.
that blends into gold pretty good. Oh, not yeah. I have this and never use it. I'm like, oh, I got that. Don't use it.
Yeah. Now, did you get it singly or did you get it in the packet of 3?
The packet of 3.
Okay. What else comes in there? I just got the 1 jar of it. What else is in there?
The other was. Let me get it. I can't remember what the third item is. I know it also came with the mini version of the clear collage medium, and then the gold. I can't remember what the other is. Apparently,
Okay. I think the other one might have been some type of crackle, like fine crackle medium or something.
oh, like a glaze or something.
Yeah, crackle glaze or something. They were talking about it. I really like this, so I just got the 1 jar. But I was just curious to see what the other stuff was.
Yeah, I did have that, and I remember I found that when I was looking for this, it was dried out. But I had actually used it, so
Oh, okay.
I felt good about that. Yeah, when I went looking for this the other day, after you mentioned it, I found the other and it was dried. The glaze was, crackle glaze was dried out. So I pitched it. But
So that I think that turned out really
yeah,
cool.
if I hadn't put the rose gold on there, it'd been good.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's fine. That's all right. It's my fault. I can't match. Let's see if I can cover it up.
But if you get the other paste, that should cover. I think that might cover it up, right?
Maybe it's not It's not a big deal. It's not like it's a masterpiece. So
It's not going in the gallery.
gallery. So yeah, it just was a very fun experiment. So, and it worked on paper too. So that collage stuff worked on paper too. So it's good to know you can do that foam caustic on paper.
Fun.
And it's not heavy or anything. You know what I mean? It's not heavy or bulky, or it's not sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would think it would be sticky, and it's not. So.
Oh, good. I like being able to get that cloudy, waxy look without the mess of encaustic.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we're pretty good. If you did.
Hey, Sophia.
After color, it's just a matter of don't use rose gold on gold.
Unless you're looking for contrast, right?
Right. Unless you're looking for contrast. So what is this stuff? I don't remember why I bought it. Does anyone respond to that?
What is it called?
Memory. Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, maybe hardware. Is it for metal stuff? It's powder. Artisan.
Artisan powder. It's a Prima. Has anybody who likes Prima I've never seen that.
Hi, Norma. I can't. Yeah.
I wonder if it's like an embossing powder.
Yeah, that's sad. I don't even remember. I had just sprinkled on some papers, or maybe find something metal and see what happens. I got all kinds of metal stuff, so let me get some Tim Holtz metal junk.
Don't worry, I'm not ditching out on you. morning, Joycey. Okay, can you guys see me now? Hello.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, my books went on top of my mouse, so. Okay, I thought I would just update you guys on some of the stuff I've been doing. I did do 2 pages in the reverse collage, which I'll show you. We did last week with Beth. We did the cherry blossom page, which I thought was a lot of fun. And we tried the here. Let me.
Can wet it though. It does make a nice, kind of nice paint. Actually, I don't know what you would use with metal stuff, but
Huh?
it actually makes a nice little.
Does it cover the metal?
No,
It
so I'm confused as to what it's for, but it actually you could wet it and actually use it like a magical. So it's just a faint. You can use it that way. I don't know what it's supposed to be meant for, but yeah, you can use it like a spread it and wet it. And,
Okay, Eileen says, use this fine and delicate colorized powders on resin, wood, paper, clay, and more
paper.
to create a vintage look great for revealing texture, detail, and cracks.
Oh, let me try it on the paste circles I made the other day.
Okay, so here's some first collage we did with Beth last week, and that was the cherry blossoms. We used the metallic pens, which seemed to work good on the page. It was just kind of fun. And then I also did the Southwestern page. And with this one, this is the first one I barely did any painting with. Instead of painting out the background in black, I just found there was an ad in a magazine for lighting fixtures, which I thought was cool. So instead of painting out the back, I just used this for the background. And I think I did use a little bit of paint to blend in here. So this was a simple and fun page to do. So that's what I've been doing with that. And then I'll flip through my fall book that I've been having fun with. I added some stuff in here. I have to say this book has been fun just to take out and play in. Here's the folk art painting we did the other night. Just fun to try some different techniques, do some stamping, some collaging, and fall colors. I love fall colors. So.
Oh, that's pretty with the hoe.
Yeah, this is just the paper bag with, a jelly printed paper bag, and I saw this and just tore it out of a magazine. That's
very pretty. I love how it glows.
So you can just, a lot of this is just really simple, finding just stuff that you like. My thing is color, so I just kind of find things where I like the colors. This is a door from Catherine, what's her name, Colleen, the woman who does the collage books, who's also come out with a new Windows book.
Ooh, can't wait.
I know, which I should be getting mine today. So the woman who does the collage door book and all the collage books is coming out with a window book. So if you guys are interested, keep an eye out for that.
The Helen. I can't believe how fast it is. She already had all the photos then. She just had published them. How exciting. We have to thank Helen for that, emailing her.
I know. Catherine Anderson. Yeah, Helen has been in touch with her and maybe gave her a little inspiration. Oh, wow.
It does work on the crackles. So if you want to give it, just some color, but not a lot. You got to disregard the gold to have on the paper if it was just white on white. But
it does work in there to pick up the crackle. That's cool.
Yeah, Yeah, something else to play with. So
Okay, good. Oh, that's fun. Eileen ordered the book. Hers will be here today. So yeah, we can thank Helen. I wonder if we if that was already completely in the works, or maybe she decided to go ahead with it quicker because she knew there was interest out there. So
oh yeah, well, definitely. I'll put it on Instagram and stuff like that when we get it, so everybody knows about it.
yeah, so I've just been doing like here and there, putting stuff in, finishing up pages as I see stuff. This is new. I worked on this last week. Finished this up just with gold writing, put grateful. You know, just I've been keeping stuff simple in here. Just did some stamping and tracing. This one's just a quote.
Oh, thanks, Helen. She said we gave her the idea. She just did the emailed her. But still, I wouldn't have done that. I appreciate that.
Well, we're a good team. Helen is a great moderator.
Yes, she is.
Okay, again, working with color. More color. There's some stamping. There are a couple owls in here. I think I'm going to go back and just highlight around.
Ooh, she froze for a moment. Hopefully she'll come back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, here's another one I did with one of the doors. That's one of the doors and then one of the quotes that I had cut out and just kind of blended everything in. One of my bear stamps from
Much wax.
Art Foamies. So yeah, I've just been trying to use stuff that I have. And oh, here, this is a napkin, but it's the weirdest napkin. I went to pull it apart. It doesn't pull apart.
What?
It's like, it's just,
That is weird.
yeah, it's just kind of funky. See, it doesn't, well, it does tear, but it doesn't. I took tape. I did everything I could. So I ended up, I just cut out the turkey and glued it down, and it was fine.
Ah, I've never had a napkin not come apart. I wonder if it may don't have 2 layers.
Oh, thank you, Norma. It's been fun to do. Okay, here's the link. I'm going to put this up really quick. That's the link to Catherine Anderson in her new book on Amazon. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I did go back and watch the StreamYard Town Hall from Sunday evening. Whoops, Craft-A-Lanch.
I'm downstairs. I think Roomba hit something.
Oh, okay. StreamYard will be ending their beta testing, and they'll be doing an official launch next week. So what that means is their pricing is going to change a little bit. Right now, people have unlimited free hours for StreamYard. With the launch, for free streaming, you'll get up to 20 free hours of free streaming every month on StreamYard. So from the day you sign up till that day, the next month, you get 20 hours, and then it resets every month. After that, there are 2 levels of pricing, which I should have looked at these before. I think it's $25 a month for the basic, and you get a lot of options with the basic. To me, I locked in at a lower price early, but even for $25, I think it's a good deal. You get unlimited streaming and just a lot of different options that are fun to use. So check that out if you're a streamer. Also, they continue to make changes. They are going to, hopefully they'll do it soon. I was going to send them a text or a message on Facebook. On this screen, when you have 3 people and we put up a link or something, it ends up covering the person on the bottom. So they're going to try to do something to change that. So that'll be good. And then also, they're going to have it right now. I can be featured on a bigger screen, and then the two people I'm streaming with are off to the side. But to get the streamers, the guest streamers, to be the main picture, I just have to put them on separately. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to feature any of the streamers on the big screen, keeping everybody else over to the side. So that'll be a nice feature too. But I just thought, since I put that link up, it just reminded me. What I was going to ask them though, because I said they were going to shift stuff around, I was going to say, if it makes the screen any smaller, just leave it the way it is. Because at least for people doing art, you do want to have the biggest screen possible up there.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So that's what's new with StreamYard.
I love this and the crackle paste.
Yeah, that looks good. Let me
I love how that looks.
let me put Colleen up there so we can see how that.
Yeah, so that's where I went nuts and put too much product on. I made the whole thing blue. Surprise, I put too much product. This one is a green. This one is a green and a blue. And then it's, if you go do it right, that way the brown still shows up underneath, which gives it that more aged look,
Mm-hmm.
I put too much on. I forgot how fun these are over crackle paste. Because it gives that color without, if you don't go nuts, overbearing.
Mm-hmm.
I used too much product. It was shocking, wasn't it?
Hey, Shauna.
This is fun, yeah. And then the other looks pretty good too. The other stuff after it dried looked good too. So that stuff dried in there.
So what did you use? What kind of crackle paste did you use? Is that one that you made?
I used I think I used the, whatever I have, Deco Art or one of them.
Hey, Shara.
I used this one, Finn's White Crackle.
Okay. That I like how that turned out. It has like a fine crackle to it.
Yeah, it does. And then there's I have her glaze too. But yeah, I mean, that looks really good with the waxes. So I'm gonna cut those out.
Cool.
I can't get my camera to focus now, but I was trying all my different colors. Don't put too much, or she'll get a mess. Go lightly, and it looks good. And
you know what? That might be good. The project for Friday.
Oh yeah,
that might be cool on there.
Maybe planets, little tiny, or maybe stars. That's big. Little tiny planets.
No, but just on the on the picture itself on the walls.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just brush that over that.
Yeah, I love this. So this is Finnabar's crackle paste, basically.
I'll have to get some of that. That worked really good.
I think that's hers. It is Prima. But I can't say for sure it's hers. But
I think is that her little butterfly? Isn't that her little butterfly there?
I think that is. So Friday we're going to work on our posters Friday. We're gonna do like Dee Dee and work on a giant poster.
So we'll be doing reverse collage. It'll just be on a big poster. So if you guys want to play along, if you have any posters, or just play along from a book. So it'll be reverse collage but big. And Dee Dee reminded us, she was working on hers yesterday, and we had gone out when she got her posters on sale. Colleen and I went out and got a whole bunch of posters.
There you go. Oh, right there, Joy. Sorry.
Which we had kind of forgotten about. So.
Yeah, we did. Why does it look blue? Oh my gosh, it looks blue in camera. It's purple.
Is it really?
Yeah,
So
right.
thank you, Dee Dee, for reminding us, for enabling us and reminding us to use our stuff.
Yeah, so we'll see.
That should be fun.
Yeah, so we'll have to finagle it like she did, like just put a little bit on the, just keep moving it because we were using a big poster too.
I think what I might try to do is I have my daughter's art easel that she had.
Mm-hmm.
I may set it up using that and then use washi tape to put the collage stuff on. So we'll see.
I have an art easel. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking, because my thing was, if it's on an easel, how do the pictures stick? But if we just use washi tape until we glue it down, that might work. So I think, yeah, if you have an easel, if you want to try it, Colleen, but I will clear off my desk just in case that doesn't work.
I also have a table behind me I could set up on too.
Mm-hmm.
Thought about that is I'm going through my images and still trying to make file folders and organize them, but I have a table now behind me, so I could set that up and then just have the camera aimed over there and just zoom in. It'd be at a side angle, but I thought about that too. will lock the camera in, zoom. I could pull the table a little closer too,
Mm-hmm.
lock it in, and I could work.
Oh, that might work.
Behind me, and I could lay out the whole poster.
Yeah, we'll play around with it. So hopefully we're going to try and get it so we can see more of the poster. Okay, so anyway, so here's, let's see if I did anything else.
You did more than I did. You did more than I did.
Okay, so I just kind of pull this out when I see stuff, put it in. I'm not rushing to finish it up this November. I'll probably, do what I can and then save it for next November. As I see stuff, I'll just put stuff in it, and so this has been a fun book to work in. Okay, so.
What category of books do you want to start with? Because I kind of have mine grouped together, like mixed media, watercolors, drawing. Like I have them all kind of organized on my shelf.
Okay, why don't we start with mixed media? Because that's basically, it's a mixed media channel, and that just gives an overview of everything. So
crackled off. That crackled too good.
Ooh.
That one came off. Yeah, that must have been too thin.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Looks like eggshells.
It looks cool. I like it. All right, I'm gonna pull out some of my mixed media books. If you guys have some books, mention them in chat. Also, I was gonna say, go and leave the comments in the comments section of this stream if there's a book that you saw that you want us to work in, or if there's a book that you have and we have it that you want us to work in. Just put the list of the books in the chat. Okay, for those of you who came in late, Colleen and I were going to go through our books and kind of compare what we had. And then we were going to see what books you guys had in common, and if there were any books that everybody wanted to do projects out of. Morning, Teresa.
Like we did the surface ones the other night. Eileen, who liked that book. So
yeah, I was watching the stream and I'm like, gosh, we haven't. There's so many books. I bet, Colleen, I could tell Colleen had a lot of books that I had. So we were just wondering what everybody had and what you'd like to see us work from. So if you have favorite books.
Eileen needs to get on here and show us all her books.
I know she's having them sent over from the warehouse as we speak. Right, Eileen? So yeah, so I'm just gonna step away for a minute and pull out.
Okay, go for it. I'll keep waxing where you get yours, and then I'll go down. I'll keep waxing.
Right. Okay, so I'll start with mixed media. I also have a bunch of art journal books. Okay. Oh, that one we actually did work out of. Okay. Rose Pulse of mixed media artist. All right. Journaling, adventures in mixed media.
Yeah, we have books we haven't worked out of either. That's what we're also thinking. Some I've done a few, and some I've not worked through at all. Like I have the Dina Wakley books.
Oh yeah, Dina Wakley.
Yeah. Hers, like the one where she talks about leaving the white areas and stuff, and I remember the name of it, but well, my fingers smell good.
Oh, that's the one thing about Prima. You always smell good.
Use these waxes. The room, my fingers, everything smells good.
Okay, so what I'll do, Colleen, I'll start out with mine. And then I think you have more than I do.
Wow, really? Okay.
Probably.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so these are my mixed media books.
You can put yourself on big screen if you want.
Okay. I can do it like this. All right, so eventually they're going to have it so any of the guests will be on the big screen. And then, can be on the big screen and then everybody else over on the side. So I know I have tons of books that I've looked through, just looked at the pictures, haven't read. I have some I haven't even looked at. So I just thought if there were books we had in common, we'd be more likely to work in them. So I've got Adventures in Mixed Media, edited by Amy Jones, inspiration and text projects for painting, collage, and more. Do we have to say we have it? Yes. No, actually, I'm not being funny, Eileen. I want to get an idea of what books everybody has. So if people have it, just like raise your hand or leave a comment in the comment section after the Eileen, you could just send us a list of your books. Oh, Eileen, you could post on your blog what books you have. There you go. Okay.
I have it.
Okay, and if you do have it, if there's anything in particular you like about this book. Okay, so let's go through the chapters. Make the most of your creative energy. Discover your signature style. Refine your style. Share mixed media with the world. Inspire and work with other artists. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're trying to inspire each other and work together.
Hi, Lori.
Finding your voice. All right, discovering your style. The Book of Dreams. Okay, so this does have some step-by-step things to do. Okay, that's kind of fun. So there are some step-out things in here. Inked backgrounds and lettering from guest artists. Hand lettering. Okay, this one, different artists show their techniques. More step out stuff. Okay, so this looks like fun. So anybody else have this book?
So far, just only one said they have it is Eileen.
Okay, using tea bags. This might be fun. I've got tea bags. I haven't really used my tea bags yet. Delivering the quiet, a personal practice. In the studio, a collage of you. Painting without paint. Let's see. Sketch, pick a few areas. Oh, carve out some of the texture on, you must be using some kind of board. Cheese grater, wire brushes. Well, this is really mixed media.
You okay, Cheryl? You said you fell?
Is Cheryl okay?
I don't know. I'm assuming since she typed in fell, she's okay.
Okay, Norma has it.
All right, Norma too. Okay, so Norma, Eileen.
Okay, also too, if anybody, when we do work out of these books, if you'd like to come on and join us, you're more than welcome. So yeah, this has a lot of
Magazine Magic. I didn't remember that one.
which one? Oh, Magazine Magic.
Magic.
Vast majority of my art is labor.
Jelly plate stuff like Norma.
Let's see. It is select some pages from a magazine, lay a page on top of a stencil, sand the magazine through the stencil, mix up a background color that will coordinate with your magazine, and paint the board. Using gel medium or collage medium, adhere your sandpaper strips to the board. Is this allow the collage to dry, then turn the board over, trim the excess, set your Thermofix screen over your collage board and choose a screen designed by, okay, this is something with
the shirt screens, which I
yeah, with a magazine image and putting the paint through the screen and it catches on the rough surface.
Is this a screen from a door, or is this like a screen from screen printing?
Thermofix screen.
No, I've never heard of that. Okay, I don't have that.
Okay. All right. The vast majority of my art is labor intensive. Paintings that I work over and over, alternatively struggling, rejoicing, repeating often for days and even months before all the layers are finished. Yeah, so she does her stuff. And this is how, you don't sit down in an hour and finish a project normally. I mean, normally with mixed media, there's drawing time, stuff like that. We try to do stuff that we can finish, while we're streaming, but more realistically with mixed media, it takes time to do to get what you want. This project uses stencils as rubbing plates underneath magazine pages. And it is indeed magical how quickly you can create a seemingly complex background. I selected my pages from decorating magazines and have found that some pages make better rubbings than others. Play around until you find out what works best for you. These backgrounds are so fun and easy, you'll find yourself tearing pages out of magazines and saving them for later use. In one work session, you can make a bunch of rubbings at a time to build a supply of collage elements. So it's some kind of rubbing with the magazines and sandpaper and texture. So that might be kind of fun to look into. Hey, CB. This book has some very cool projects. It does, Norma. So is it silk screen? It reminds me of silk screening, but I've never silk screened, so I don't know. Thermofix is for printing. So it sounds similar. It's at least the same products it uses silk screening. That might be a fun one to try just because it is so different. Okay, here's our material list. Acrylic paint, canvas board, mat board, any flat substrate, a craft knife, gel medium or collage medium, magazines, paintbrush, palette knife, okay, sandpaper. All right, screen printing squeegee. It says the Thermofix screen is optional. So I don't know, maybe. We'll have to, I'm just going to make a list of things that kind of pop out. And then we can go back and look at them later. So magazine magic. It's just kind of fun to look through and find some different things to do. Be green. Collage gesso. Oh, this looks like what you guys did the other night.
So I was wondering. This is using glue to get the crackle effect, right?
Yeah, let's see. Mixed media artists are known to save everything from labels. Okay, all that transitory written and printed matter. Sometimes you make it carried away and glue everything down at once. If you end up with a busy background, you need to tone it down or unify it. Here are a few ways to do so. It's so different ways to tone down your backgrounds. Wash it with gesso or a paint wash. Fog it. Create a foggy surface over the collage and make it mysterious with a faux encaustic layer.
There's that word again.
Spread a layer of matte gel over the surface of your ephemera collage surface. When the gel is dry, you can continue to work the surface as desired. So she's just saying put a layer of matte gel over it. Let's see. Give your art a crackle finish. She does a crackle finish with Elmer's glue. Spread a layer of white craft glue over your dried collage surface. While the glue is still wet, paint acrylic paint onto the glue. Do not mix the paint into the glue. Just float a layer of paint on top of the glue. The glue and paint will crackle when they dry, and you will be able to see your collage through the cracks. Has anybody tried that with Elmer's glue?
Yeah.
That'd be easy enough. Be green. Okay. All right. That would be fun. Obscured collage. Weaving. That's always fun. That reminds me of what Janet does. Weaving her paper. Yeah, Janet's done this with weaving her papers. Jane is a great textile artist. Jane.
Oh, here's the weaving, which Janet's done.
Yeah. Coffee metal flakes, yarn, and stamps. Okay, yeah, there's some messy stuff in here. Metal flakes, like gold flakes.
Yeah, I say I have gold flakes are ancient.
Yeah.
And I also instant coffee, I think, crystals just for art.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't drink coffee. See,
Okay.
I have that too. I have everything on here.
Oh, that's cool. So this has some.
So this would be a good one.
All right, find the scared and the sacred and the ordinary. Okay, so learning to soar. So this is a fun step-by-step some different things in there. So here we go. Adventures in Mixed Media Arts. So Colleen's got this one. Eileen, Norma. I know it is funny how things come back. That's why it's kind of fun to revisit some of these books. Terry says she's sometimes works, sometimes not if you don't put on enough glue. Okay, so you need to play around with the glue to see how it works. Terry's also used the instant coffee to dye paper. Okay, fun. All right, so media, secrets and passions of 100 artists revealed. This one is Seth Apter.
What?
The
What is that?
Pulse.
I don't know if I have that one.
It's a Pulse of Mixed Media. It's put together by Seth Apter. It has 100 artists, 100 different artists, and they reveal their techniques.
Okay, I don't think I do.
Oh, Eileen, do you have this one? Anybody else have this one? Okay, let's see. We'll have to kind of. Okay, he spotlights.
Oh, Eileen doesn't have it either. Oh,
Woo!
yeah, I don't either. I'm pretty sure I don't have this.
Okay, this came out. This was a few years ago. Huh. Okay. Well, what do you know? All right. Here's some of the artists that are spotlighted: Orly Avenari, Nina Bagley, Vivian Bonder, Pam Carricker, Angela Cartwright. Angela Cartwright, the actress? No. Alicia Cottle, Karen Cole, Jen Crossley, Sarah Fishburne.
She said that's on her list. It's going to be on my list now. I don't have this one.
Okay, Robin Gordon, Danny Gregory, Lisa Hoffman, Lynn Hope, Trisha Larson.
Can you put that Cole's link in your little window?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. There.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's see, where were we? Robert Maloney, Leslie Marsh, Leslie Avon Miller, Bridget Gerson Mills, Lynn Perella. I think I got this book because you guys may have heard of them, but there were quite a few artists in here I had not.
Wow. Yeah, I've not heard of half of them.
Yeah, Joanna Parati, Julie Prickard, Gary Reef, Roxanne Evans Stout, Michelle Ward, Donna Watson, Judy Wilkenfeld, Judy Wise, Linda Woods, Jill Zahir.
No, I don't have it either and wants to flip through.
Okay, I have this one. Okay, I will do a flip through since nobody seems to have this one.
That's the only. All right.
Okay, if your artwork could talk, what would it say? So these are just some questions that he asked all the different artists and their responses. If your artwork could, okay, it goes through, all of them answer. Here's some self-portraits by the artists. What 3 words do not describe your artistic style? Okay, Pam Carricker, messy, loud, funny, does not describe her style. Let's see if there's anybody else we know. Linda Woods, cutesy vintage Americana. That's an interesting question because usually, it's 3 questions that do describe your style.
Oh, here's another one. So there's 2. Ooh, 2 of these.
Oh, I think I only have this one. We'll see
right.
if I go through my stuff. All righty. Okay, so he must have had them all do a self-portrait. What shows up from time to time in your art that surprises you? So he's just asking really interesting questions of the artists with their responses. What art material or genre have you been hesitant about but have always wanted to try? So there's some interesting questions. The other one looks better. What is one secret ingredient that makes your artwork look uniquely yours? So it has thoughts by the artists and their work. What is your current art obsession? Pam Carricker, I recognize that right away.
Oh, the other one has tips and techniques where this one's more question answer.
Okay, that's interesting.
The other has tips and techniques, which I would prefer myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's just more of a,
This is more eye candy and just bits and pieces of how the artist thinks. So yeah, it's a showcasing their art and quick questions and answers by the artist. What have you told another artist that you like their work when you actually didn't? So interesting question.
that's mean.
Yes, that happens often, 5%. Yes, but only occasionally, 38%. No, I just don't offer any feedback, 52%. And no, I always share my opinion, even if it's negative, that's 5%. So that's interesting.
That one is.
What is your most quirky creative habit? So yeah, this is mostly eye candy.
That's a read book.
Yeah.
I can't read.
I think they're interesting questions. They're not your run of the mill. So yeah, so this one, this is a lot of eye candy, but cool stuff to look at. Yeah. All right, so if you're looking for a how-to book, this is not the one to get. Section 3, Secrets Revealed. What is one thing you've never shared with the creative community? And most of them are saying they aren't sharing now either. Can you share a secret? Oops. Okay, so this is fun. So this just gives you a little background of the artists in here and pictures of their work. Oh, I do have the other one, mixed media artist. What do you know? I just grabbed the books. I didn't look to see what they were. Okay.
That's funny. I do have it.
Who knew? Let's see, what other fun things do we have here that I don't know?
I do want to see. All right.
Okay. Okay, here's the second one. Okay, Eileen said, here's what it says about the books. Throughout each section, artists have favorite tools, secret ingredients, and step-by-step processes that go beyond the who to provide the how. Okay. All right. So here's this one, the mixed media artist. Art tips, tricks, secrets, and dreams from over 40 amazing artists. Okay, so these are different artists, and we're in the first book.
I don't know if I'll find this.
Okay.
So that's after.
Okay, this is, he's got a section on each artist, 3 things I'm inspired by, 4 things on my studio table. And then again, her motto, I live my artistic life by keep some room in my heart for the unimaginable, my shadow side. Okay, so this goes through each artist section by section.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. So it shows some of their artwork, the 3 things that they're inspired by, 4 things on their table, their motto, artistic process. Okay, some of the artists show their artistic process. He does, this is interesting. Thomas Ashman does the firing thing with the wood, where you distress your wood by burning.
Do you see us doing that?
I know, I was just thinking about that.
Oh, this is a man's book.
That would be a summer project. Definitely do this one outside. Okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. That'll be our summer project.
Yeah, you've only missed a couple books, Sharon.
Yeah, we're just on
Like the third one.
the third one.
Oh.
So, okay, what's this? Window. Okay.
Fire in the hole. Get ready to pop the hole. I have a big flaming fire thing going. What are you doing? I'm doing art.
Okay, everyone, just put up the link for the torch on Amazon for the blowtorch.
I'll take you that to a whole nother level of art.
I know.
That's funny. Hi, Dot. Hi,
Hey,
Julie.
Dorothy. I did see them do that on the Magnolia couple. What's their show? Fixer Upper. They did, I think it was a houseboat, and they did that torching method. They actually they showed Chip how to do it, and I thought it was pretty cool looking. So yeah, this is truly, I mean, mixed media. There's all different, there's jewelry, metalwork, torching, all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, so just fun stuff to look at. Just more, eye candy, just something to look through to get ideas.
You need to come out the step-by-step book.
Yeah. See, even though, I mean,
our technique books,
Yeah. But I find this kind of stuff interesting just to get a little perspective on the thought process behind the artists.
Oh.
And basically, I just look at the pictures. I look at the pictures to get ideas. Like, see this, I would look at the picture and kind of, that gives me inspiration. Okay. All right. So those are inspiration. All right. Paint, Play, Explore. That's the Ray Messigman book. Okay. A few people have this one.
Yeah.
Oh, so I take it you won't be ordering these, Eileen? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what she's saying.
Okay. Who's got the Ray Messinger?
I have that.
Okay, I know Colleen has it. A few people might have this one. This one, I have to admit, I haven't even looked at yet. Okay, Art Marks, a love story. Let's see. Look for the 5-minute strokes. Okay, she writes about her process. There's the, the first chapter about the tools. She does a lot of mark making. So she'll go into different types of pencils and markers, brayers, paintbrushes, stamps, stencils, masks, fingers and hands.
Norma has it.
Norma has it. Okay. Paints, inks, and dyes. Primers, paste, and resist. So a lot of stuff we have. Substrates, different substrates. Machine and hand stitching, repurposed tools, lots of all your mixed media basics. The marks, fingerprints of your arts. She explains mark making and gives examples. All right, let's put this.
Do you have this one, Eileen? I haven't seen her chime in yet on that.
Yeah, Norma.
I see it now. I missed it. Okay, Eileen has it. Okay.
Okay, so this, she talks about her mark making and her process, repetition. Okay, so she does do a step-by-step. She gives you tips, stamping. Okay, so this is, she goes through And there's a short 4 to 6 step that she shows of her techniques. Raspberry juice. Okay. Gather your supplies. So that would be gather your raspberries.
I don't.
Your raspberries.
I don't eat raspberries. That'd be your first person.
Transfer the crushed raspberries to a strainer. Strain the raspberry juice. Test the color of your raspberry pigment. To alter the color of your raspberry ink, add a pinch of salt.
All right, Cheryl.
Use a heat tool and dry your raspberry juice.
Can I buy raspberry juice?
Yeah, you could. Okay. Does she add? No, she doesn't add anything. Oh, vinegar.
Ew, stinky vinegar.
Okay. You will also need white vinegar to use as a binding agent. This will create a semi-color fast tint. Okay. So, but it's just.
Where's the ball?
All right.
I don't have any ball.
She shows you how to stencil.
Look at that.
Layering with stencils. Okay.
My raspberry paint.
Raspberry paint. Yeah. Okay. Repurpose tools. This is always fun. This is a stream we need to do sometime, is just making some marking tools.
I like the, is that plastic wrap on the toilet paper roll? Like the dots bubble wrap? That's
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah, we've got plastic wrap with yarn. The edge of it, making dots, wrapping yarn around your credit card, using makeup wands, cotton swabs, sea sponges, clothespins, Second Life paint, using all dried up paint.
We need to go to Dee Dee's for paint peels.
Okay, sewing, organic tools.
I do.
Crystal paper, cosmetic sponges. Oh, head of celery, onion, leaves. So anything organic with texture.
Yeah, I have this book, Joycey.
Oh, did you use this one, Colleen?
I did one thing out here. I can't remember what.
Did you do the celery?
Was that the celery I did out of this one? Oh, good Lord. That was awful.
Okay, so there are other, resist, home for your marks, collage.
I just don't think food and art go together.
It can to a certain point, but I don't know. You can't. It's definitely a one-time thing. I mean, it's not like you're going to carve a potato and then keep it. I mean, it does rot after a while. Okay, monoprinting. More mark making on your gel plate.
That's neat. That looked neat with a leaf on the gel plate. That looked neat. Just make her own template, make her a leaf.
Oh, yeah. And then you can use the template on a piece of art then, too. Okay. Glue stick. Did we do something out of here with the glue stick and stuff? No, that was maybe, I don't know, it was another class I think I watched on video. Freeform mark. So hers is a lot of mark making, stenciling techniques. Resist.
Yeah, her techniques, like I took a class on Jean Oliver with her doing that, and I still can't remember how to do it myself.
Okay, and then the last section is some projects. Working small.
Yeah, like she like she'll have you put down a bunch of stuff. I kind of like worked along with her and
Mhm.
at the class, and this is like one of the things I made with it. So I mean, I don't know how. Like if I had to do this all over again, I'd have to rewatch it or take notes because there is so many layers that we did to make this paper.
Right. It's probably what you need to do. Like the more you do it,
Yeah,
and figure out what layers you like.
I loved how it turned out.
It is. It's really cool.
Yeah, with but I don't remember how I did it exactly. I know this is paint pen on top, but um, I think we were using paints and inks. I think it was inks and paints, and I don't know. Must have used some sprays, but look how the back of it kind of looks cool too.
Okay, she does have a few projects in the back and she goes through step by step. And the first one, it's just a little 4x4 square canvas, but she goes through 18 steps.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like 18 for that. Like that's what I said. I did this with her in a class online, and I don't remember all the steps. but
Okay, so that might be, I can mark that one. That might be a fun one to do.
Yeah, that's a really good one, Mark. Oh, what? Put that mark on mine too.
All right. So I'll just mark that one. Okay, so that might be fun one day just to do a bunch of mark making and layering. Finding patterns where none exist. Okay, she uses her hoop. Okay, working big, that would be fun. I'd like to work on that, do something on a big. I'll wait for Colleen to come back. Can you hear me, Colleen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, she does have I think it's the last one or second to last one. She does have working big, which looks similar to what you did on your piece of paper, but it's just tons of different layering things on a big substrate. And it kind of looks like what you did.
Oh, wow.
That might be fun. Yeah, this is a 20 step, 24. Yeah, this one's 24 steps.
Okay. I know I have it. I can't locate at the moment, but I know I have it. But yeah, this was a ton of steps, and then like I said, I should have wrote them down. So
Okay, look at it's the last lesson. It's called Working Big. It's kind of like what you did, but on a big, huge substrate. And look at,
oh wow,
it goes up to 24 steps. See, just when you think we're done, there's more.
wow.
That's cool.
How big is the paper she's working on? And then I can't find my book.
I would say at least 2.5 by 3, maybe 3 by 4.
Okay, I have some big watercolor paper.
I do too. I've got this stuff. I've got some Arches big watercolor. What did I say this was? You know, the paper I was going to do a project a month on this year. 22 inches by 30.
Okay.
So I've got a 20. That's pretty big.
That's watercolor paper. Okay.
Yeah. It's 100% cotton. Yeah, I got it on Amazon. I think Eileen might have the link to it. That's who I got. That's who I got the information from.
Yeah, I have a big book of I got it Tuesday mornings I could use. So
Yeah.
cool. That would be fun to do. I would work big.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna put on the list
Yeah, mark
to
that
do pretty
one.
soon.
That would be fun.
Actually, okay, when I go to my art journal club, they want us to bring just like red and green paper or red and green paint or whatever, and we're just going to work in red and green for the holidays. It might be fun to do a big holiday mixed media thing. So maybe I'll do that on one of the Tuesdays in December.
Artful Adventures. I don't have that one.
Really?
Nope.
Okay, this is Natalie Kahlbach. All right.
Artful.
What, Shauna? Sorry. Hobby Lobby used to sell large sheets of watercolor paper.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good to know.
yeah, they do have big sheets, different prices and variances. Yeah, they do.
Okay, Nana's Place. She likes big projects here and there. Okay, I'll check that out. How big is our poster we're going to work on Friday? Do you know? It's the big one.
24 by something.
Let me look. I have it right over here. It is 24 by 36.
Yeah, it's big. It's amazing.
Big.
That'd be the biggest one I've ever made or worked on. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh, believe me, Sean, I'm not wasting the arches. That's why it's still sitting there. That's for my serious art. As you can see, I have none because I haven't used it. Okay, Artful Adventures by Natalie Kahlbach. Anybody have this one? You'll buy this book, Shauna? No, I'm not selling it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I think I'll use it.
Yeah, she's talking about the paper.
December. Okay. All right. Artful Adventures in Mixed Media.
Who has the Artful Adventures besides Kathy? I do not have it. You got your ball? Good job.
All righty. Gathering your supplies. Bamboo sketching pens. Oh, that's kind of cool for mark making. Every once in a while, you come up with something different. So something sharp for making texture. Acrylic paintbrushes. Deli paper, tapestry needles, drawing inspiration from cities and towns. Okay, so she does some buildings and cityscapes. Hey, Elaine. She talks about where she gets her inspiration. So she just goes out into the city, takes pictures of things with different textures, and then is inspired by that.
My dogs are loud right now, so you can hear it.
She likes to do graffiti, and she does some step by steps, kind of basic. Shows how to do graffiti layering, talks about the principles of art. One of her pictures, she does nature, gets out into nature, finds her inspiration, visits national parks, observes, finds stuff that catches her eye, and then where it ends up. Okay, Eileen has this book, and she took 4 classes with her. How were her classes, Eileen? Here she shows texture. Okay, layered texture. She has some lessons on that. Acrylic gels and layers, shows how to use those. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, Eileen really liked her classes. They were good classes. She was really funny. Taking in new experiences while traveling. So she seems to really use her surroundings and her environment to get her inspiration. Oh, Colleen was muted. I'm like, gosh.
Oh, I was here. The dogs were making a lot of ruckus, like playing. I didn't want to.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine.
Everybody.
Okay, mono printing basics. I am going to use the arches. I just haven't had the right project for it.
Yeah, I think it's big. I think you should use it. If you have it, you should use it, not save it.
It's like my reward for doing art. And I feel like that project that we just looked at in the other book, the Ray Messinger one, and just with all the different stuff we've been doing, I think I'm ready to break that out and do something nice with it. It's not going to be a play piece. It'll be a nice piece.
Yeah, it's not going to be, yeah. I mean, just like I wasn't using these and now they're drying out. If you use it, you should enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, okay, let's do swatches on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be like, all right, I'm going to make a piece of art on this.
Right, and then, yeah, exactly.
Because if you have it, you got to use it. I mean, it may take you a while to use, but I'm going to use it. Okay, so I would say Natalie Kalbach is, her book is a mixture of how to do techniques and where she gets her inspiration and ideas.
Do you like them so far?
Yeah, she has different collage techniques. Okay, she uses a pair of socks to make a painting, for example. So, I mean, just different things. Yeah, I do kind of like it. I find like where she gets her inspiration, I find that kind of stuff interesting. But there is a lot of what technique she does and how she does it. Additional collage techniques. Decollage. The word decollage derives from French. It means to unstick. Collage several layers of material, let it dry and peel and rip off areas, just like you were just doing, Colleen, with your thing from the other night.
Yeah, Eileen was also saying she buys the larger pieces and then cuts them down. It's cheaper sometimes to do that way than to buy it all small. So
yeah, I've done that before with other papers too.
Thanks, Joycey. I have no idea.
I think if it keeps going on, one of the mods can take care of that.
Correct. Just keep going.
So yeah, I like her art. I like her style, and it is a nice absorbing art made by friends. Okay, so she goes in with some of the artists she likes and talks about them and shows some of their artwork. So all right. I think, okay, the decorated page. I'm having a problem right now with my, with my mouse, and I can't, I'm going to go out and come back in.
That one looks neat, the decorated page. Okay. Yeah, I know. That looks interesting. The decorated page. That looks really interesting. Thanks, Cheryl. This is a book I found. Wait, I'm too zoomed in. This is a book I found on clearance not too long ago. Acrylic painting for encaustic effects, 45 wax-free techniques. I bought it, but I don't think I did anything with it. 827. So this is a neat book. I wish I could tell you how I did this one, but it was with Array, and this was her class, and it was an online class, and it was step by step. So if you look at the back, you can see it. She uses copy paper, and then she'll make these, and then she'll tear them up, and then collage it into. She makes like bunches of these, and then she collages these into other pieces of art. And so I know that we were using inks. I can tell by the circles we were using some inks. It was a combination of inks and paints and stencils and doodling, but that's all I remember. There was a lot of layers. When we were going through the book earlier, the one had 18 steps or whatever that she read off, and I think it was a lot of steps. And it almost looks like we actually took a credit card, and I may have smeared some inks underneath. I think this is a neat technique, neat art when you can when you can't tell what you did in what order. She uses more inks than what I realized when I took her class. We used a lot more inks than what I realized that she uses, which makes sense because inks, even if they're acrylic, are not as thick as using acrylics and stuff. So yeah, the back is cool. Yeah, so I know some of the inks she was using. Pretty sure, at least I could tell by looking, but it looks like I used some Amsterdam inks, maybe. And it looks darker. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, so I used some Amsterdam inks that matches. This is why Hobby Lobby got rid of, thank you, Shauna. This is why Hobby Lobby got rid of their inks, and we all bought those, is because they now carry Amsterdam inks instead of the FW inks. They only carry the Amsterdam inks now. And I think I use these, a lot of these on this page, like this turquoise looks like, and this pink. You know, two colors I really like. Yeah, that's the artist, Julie. Ray McGimmons. I never can pronounce her name. Yeah, that's the artist. And she has a class on, if you go to JeannieOliver.com, she has I don't know, 100, 200 classes on there that you can take. And one of the classes is with Ray, and it was this using this technique and create these papers with her. And then at the end, you tear it up to create another piece. And this was on JeannieOliver.com as a class. I took an online class there. And I also took a really neat class from her by Dina Wakely, too. And, but this, it looks like similar to what is in the book that Kathy was showing in the back. So, which would be fun. So we might, it looks like she thinks this is similar to what she did. I'm going to see if I can find my book. Wouldn't that be nice? It's in there somewhere. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Took me a moment. Sorry, guys. I overlooked it earlier. I get to where I'm nervous and I'm like trying to find stuff quickly. And when that happens, then I get all nervous and then I can't find stuff. But when I'm streaming, and then the earlier thing kind of was a little stressful. But yeah, see, this looks very similar to what I was doing, which is what Kathy was talking about. And so I think this is what this is neat. This is in the this is the working large. And the back, working big, I mean. And what I did was the class was not working big. It was something else. But this looks very similar. Yeah, I can see how she's dripping inks down her paper, dripping inks at that step. And then she's using, look at that. She's actually in this step. Okay, if we do this together, look, she's using one of the round kitchen sponge things. So there you go, note to self. That's funny. Looks like, and then this is what I mean, like here she's using some painty papers, adhering them on there. Oh, that's interesting. So she also took a paper and cut scallops out of it and then used the edges for a template. So yeah, this would be fun. We should do this together on the stream. And she also talks about, she also looks like she does this in her books too. That's a neat junk journal. And I don't know what this is she's using. What is this? Oh, a reclaimed barbecue mop brush. Look at this. There you go. Barbecue mop brush for art. So yeah, this would be fun. So this is what I think we marked a book to try. So yeah, she does use inks as well as acrylics. This is cute. This working small would be cute too. I'm just going to grab a few books while we wait for Kathy to come back. That's true. You could do, like, if anyone wants to play along with us when we do those, yeah, you could definitely do it on, if you don't have the space, you could definitely do that on a smaller one. I agree with that, CB. So, like I said, this is this one could be fun to work with. This is definitely encaustic effects without using encaustic. So I think this would be fun to work on, which I forgot I owned. I have some other books that I think I found at the bookstore on clearance, like Paint on Paper. This one is 130 quick techniques to decorate paper. These are the ones like I'm not going to pay a lot of money for, but if I'll find it at the bookstore or marked down, I'll get it. But this one is talks about how just how to do stuff with paper. I'm just going to do a quick masking tape, sponges. So, I mean, I have some odd books like this too. I hope Kathy's okay. She's probably a little.
I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're a little okay.
Is Shauna still here? Shauna, just check your DM on Twitter. All right. Sorry about that.
No, it's not. Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay. I know you're unnerved. I'm unnerved too.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just needed to take a second.
Okay.
All right. Okay, yeah, I was kind of listening while you guys were talking. Yeah, if we ever do work on something big, I mean, feel free. Work on whatever size you want. Go bigger, go smaller. This is just for fun. It's what everybody wants to do. Okay, how do you like that wabi-sabi painting, that book? I almost got that the other day.
I have not used it, but I got this after I bought the cold wax, and I did a cold wax class. And I bought it thinking this stuff's really neat. It would be fun to do this. Let me see if there's any step-by-steps. Let me remember. Yeah, actually, well, this one you're using oil, which I'm not going to do.
Okay, here's another book Eileen doesn't have. Which one? The Wabi Sabi? Okay, see, is this the cold wax you have, the Dorlands?
Yeah.
Okay, now I was just doing a little bit of research. I haven't done a lot. It says you can use it and mix it with oil paints, which I don't really want to get into that, but it said
I don't either.
with pigment, I was wondering if we could mix it with the Magicals and use that
That's a great idea, actually.
to color it.
Yeah.
Anybody worked with the Dorlands, mixing color with it? I know you can't put acrylic in, but is it any type of powdery pigment? Would that go in?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't want to get started with oils. Then you
No,
gotta
I don't
go
either. That's just another expense.
cleaning the brushes and then properly disposing of the waters. You can't throw it down the drain, and you got to take it to a store to get rid of your dirty water. I mean, it's just
no, it's another expense. I mean, not good oil paints aren't cheap.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, because I just wanted to play around with it, because I know you can use it to seal stuff. You can use it.
I did use it on top of acrylics, I think.
Yes, you can use it on top. It says translucent compound of waxes and resin to be mixed with oil paints, powdered pigments, colored sands, dyes, and other compatible fine art material. So I'm thinking we could use Magicals.
That would be awesome.
What about those dyes you sent Colleen and I?
Oh, yeah, the fabric dyes.
Yeah, the fabric dyes. I wonder if we could put that in there. Okay, it's a good sealing medium, protects matte top coat. Okay. Huh. So I thought this might be fun to play with one day. And you do have that book. What do you think of the book, Colleen?
There's some complicated stuff in here. So like this one's using, again, some of us, we won't be doing, like I have, this is using oil pastels, which I actually do have. I don't have oil bars. This is using graphite crayons. That would be interesting. I don't have oil pens would be, you know, I'm talking about like the poster paint and they make oils. Let's see.
Let me put you big. So
This one is using graphite and stuff. Oh, that's neat. We use charcoal sticks into the wax.
Oh, that would be cool. I've got charcoal sticks. I've got all different kinds. I've got charcoal sticks and graphite sticks.
That's neat. I don't know if you can see that, but like, see, putting in charcoal sticks into the wax. This is neat. That's probably using oil paints. Yeah, I think we could do some of the techniques in here without using oils because I'm not going that direction. So now some of these, if you're doing any of these and you're using scrapers, you're going to have to be working on wood. You know what I mean? A wood canvas or whatever, because you could not do some of this on paper. So I'd say we're going to have to use a different substrate. But
oh, you know what might be good? Here, let me come back. Those canvas art boards.
Yeah, something like that. We would definitely need to work on a hard surface if we're going to do some of these techniques.
Yeah, here, if anybody's interested, I was watching Karen Campbell's video.
Eileen said
Eileen may pass on this book. Oh, come on, Eileen, be a sport. I did get this canvas artboard just to try it.
She's going to pass on this one. Painting with cold wax, wabi sabi.
So if anybody's looking for a harder surface to do any kind of projects on, mixed media, watercolor, stuff like that, these are canvas boards by Canson, and they're just really sturdy. And you know, if you're working on something really watery, they might be good. I haven't tried them yet, but I did see them on Karen Campbell's stream. She likes them, so I thought I would try them out. But for like the cold wax, stuff like that, even the wax collage, these would be good for that because they're sturdy. Nothing's going to soak through them. You could probably do pours on these too. They're sturdy enough for pours, so The other book, the Wabi Sabi Cold Wax book, Shauna, or the one before that?
I think she was talking about the Wabi Sabi.
Yeah. Oh, Teresa said she has Pearl X powders left from some older projects. She would share some of those samples if anybody wants them. Just let Teresa know. That's so sweet, Teresa.
She is. She's always so generous. Excuse me. The one before that.
Oh, the one before that. That was mine, the decorated page. What was the one you showed before
That's
that?
what I'm trying to remember. I went through a couple of them. Was it this? Drawing and painting animals or paint on paper?
Hey, Kathy.
Or
Acrylic painting. Oh, that looks interesting. Wax-free techniques.
yeah, so this one I found marked down at Hobby Lobby, and I forgot I had it. And we were doing all that. This again, this is working on Duralar, which I think we both have.
Yes, I do have some Duralar.
Yeah, using Duralar on that one. This one's using DecoArt Triple Thick Fluid Matte Medium, and that's pretty neat. Let me look at the front. Instead of going backwards.
Oh, Joycey's been watching the Karen Campbell YouTube videos, her faces videos. You've been playing with them, Joycey. I've done that too. I've between her and Jane Davenport and Kathy Arbor. I've been kind of combining those three and working on faces.
This is a neat one. So this is the piece that she did, and on 8x10, and she used the Creative Faux Encaustic recipe. It's page 7. So let's see what that is.
Let's see what's in there. See if it's similar to anything you did on Saturday, or different.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, mix soft gel gloss, heavy gel matte, and water. Begin with equal parts of gel. Add small amounts of water at a time. Using a palette knife, stir the mixture until you have a soft, spreadable consistency. Change the velocity by adding water, or alter the sheen by adding more gloss gel or more matte gel. I suggest you make a sample board along with recipes for future mixes. Apply over it. Okay, so yeah, it's just basically, as she says, she mentions both of them, but she didn't mention in the directions of using both. Equal parts of gel.
Equal parts.
Okay, so you're going to use equal parts of soft gel gloss and a heavy matte gel.
Yeah. And then add the water.
And water. So she does use the gel ones, gel matte, gel gloss, and water. And then she keeps it in a separate cup, which is a good idea. So to mix it in a container, and then you'll have it to go back and use to mix some up. So that's neat.
And then she doesn't add any pigment or color or anything. She just leaves it clear.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like she does. To create layers of depth, you want to build up your gloss layer, alter your final sheen. Many layers of matte applied. I guess you could also probably mix separate ones, I wonder. Add water and spread. Here it is. It actually here comes, if you want a thicker recipe, apply the heavy gel molding paste to the top. Oh, that's interesting. So after you add all that on there, you can actually add a heavy gel molding paste on top of that if you want it even thicker. That's interesting.
Okay.
And if you look here, she got a lot of crackle going on too with it.
Oh, see, I like that crackle.
Yeah, there's definitely crackle down in there. And this is really pretty.
I wonder if the crackles from that top layer that she added on.
Yeah, she did not mention the crackle, so I wonder if that just happened. She didn't mention using crackle paste.
Huh.
Gesso board. She does recommend clay board and caustic board, a gesso board or aqua board to do these.
Okay, so something harder.
Something harder, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, clay board's kind of expensive, so
How much is clay board?
it's a little. I have it, and all I remember is it's really kind of expensive. Probably aqua board's not too bad. I know you can find that on Amazon. I have bought that. That's a little more reasonable.
Okay, because the Canson,
Never used a caustic board.
yeah, the Canva art boards, there I got 10 boards for $20, so they're like $2 a piece.
She said she loves a caustic board because it has a ground that has been formulated to provide superb adhesion between the layers of paint and the surface. The ground is formulated for very high solids to acrylic minor ratio. I love this mixture for acrylic and mixed media painting as great adhesion and can take whatever you throw on it. So maybe a caustic board might be. And as she was saying that the gesso board is different grades. Some do not work well. So I guess she said that she does not get the inexpensive ones because the paintings rub off.
Oh, okay.
So if you get gesso board, it needs to be expensive. I have used aqua board and
Okay.
water applications. So this is more for water applications. I would say a caustic board is what I would maybe look into if we're going to do this.
Okay, Kathy Arbor said the board is 4 feet by 8 feet. They will cut it to whatever size you want at Home Depot.
What? You're kidding me.
So it's a big, so which board, Kathy?
Which board is that? Is that the clay and caustic,
Oh, maybe clay board.
gesso, or?
So can you buy it at Home Depot, Kathy?
That's interesting. I would never guess that. Clay board at Home Depot. Oh my God.
Oh, hardboard is $7 for.
So if we wanted to do, I think she's talking about if we want to do the wabi sabi one, and she said that, you know, where you gotta where you're using your colon, where it's called Dorland's colon. Dorland's wax.
Can't do that.
Dorland's wax. That would be a cheap way to get a hard board to work on.
Oh, so you could get, $7, you can end up with a lot of stuff to play with.
So that would be good for that other book I was showing, the Wabi Sabi.
Okay.
Wabi Sabi, I can't help but say that. This one is using, here she used clay board. And this one she's using a pourable, brushable recipe. Wow, she's all sorts of recipes. We have lots of sprays though.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. This book would be fun. Use Elmer's glue, alcohol drops, matte gel, stamping, tally glue paint, and apply the faux max. And then you're done, you apply the faux and caustic medium we did in the beginning. That would be neat. I forgot. I've not done any. I bought it because it's on clearance. Never did a thing with it. Deli paper. Oh, here's one for deli paper. This might be a good one for everyone to possibly purchase if you like to do this kind of stuff.
Oh, fun. Let's see the cover of that one again, Colleen. Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, acrylic painting for caustic effects. Let me write that down. Does anybody else have this one? Okay, so there is there's a lot of different things you can use to get that encaustic look. So that's not,
It's a hard.
there's all kind, people have tried all different kinds of stuff to go with that faux encaustic.
Yeah, so this one has, this one you're using deli paper. We all have that.
Okay, Eileen has it.
Okay, deli paper looks like saran wrap, a brayer. And this one looks fun. Let's see. This one she used an encaustic board. Now we know, and she did some embossing effects. And this one is using some stencils, glass bead gel. I love glass bead gel. It's so pretty.
Okay, Gilly. Where do you buy the board, Kathy? Okay. Kathy Arbor said you can get the big board at Home Depot and they'll cut it down to size. If you're talking about the Canson Canva art boards, I got it on Amazon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty good book. And here is doing reverse stencil. I don't think none of us have ever done reverse stencil.
Is that where you pick up the, what's the reverse stencil? Is that where you pick up the paint?
Maybe so. High paint and alcohol to, and so what board she's using. So she put down paint, sprayed it, like paper, apply medium paint through a stencil. Apply heavy gel semi-gloss mix with a few drops of white through the stencil and let it dry. Oh, so it protects the surface underneath. Like it fills everything in. That's interesting. So you use a heavy gel semi-gloss with a few drops of white paint. And then after you pull the stencil up, you apply a faux encaustic pouring medium from a bottle, and you pour, and then the one that we mix up, I guess you suggest putting it in a bottle too. So you can just pour it, use a thinner version, and then dilute it with some magenta and brush with faux wax medium. This is a little complicated. Why do we do these? It'd be good to have someone to do this with me. Like layer cobalt teal, lift with that. I mean, look how cool this looks.
It is cool. I was thinking the same thing, Joyce, even she pulls up the paint. Now, could you do that with, could you just do that with gesso? Or could you do it with modeling paste?
I don't know.
Interesting. So there's some fun stuff in there.
Oh, I have heavy, I think gel, but I don't know if it's gel or if it's heavy matte medium. I have to look. I can't remember if I have heavy gel or matte medium. Paint through a stencil. So this one is using, oh, sorry, it's a UPS guy. They'll stop in a minute. He's bringing some magicals.
Ooh, fun. Okay, if you use hardboard, you should seal it first with something like Kills. Thank you, Helen.
It's like this one is using a encaustic board and apply paint through the stencil. Oh, red iron oxide. Paint red iron oxide. Is that a paint?
Yeah, it's a pink color.
I don't think I have that.
Or wait, there's a red oxide.
Red iron. No, maybe paint red iron oxide. Is that something else?
I don't know.
Red iron oxide. What is that? Or is that a paint? No, it's under paints. I see it now.
Red oxide. Yeah, it's a cool color.
That guy freaked me out for a moment. I was like, what is this stuff? Okay, looks like you put some the plastic saran wrap over top. Wow. Oh, and you make a skin.
Yeah, iron oxide is a cool color.
This one you make skins.
Ooh.
Okay, we should buy this. Everyone should buy this.
Okay, I'll buy it. I'm gonna get that one in the
golden has that color. Okay, I've never heard of that color. That really threw me.
Hey,
yeah,
Devin.
Yeah, this one might be a good one for all of us to do. Like if you want to do some crazy backgrounds, like this one is all cracked up. This one they used a Deco Art Crackle paste.
Hey, Debbie.
alcohol.
Suzanne, I didn't see you come in earlier.
Oh my gosh, do you remember the blue sponges that we carved your own stamp into? It's what she's using. I don't have any of those anymore. Yeah,
Oh, I missed that.
you could take these and you smush it on a surface and then it picks up the imprint.
Uh-huh.
I don't, yeah, there's a long gone. I don't remember what they're even called. Okay, apparently I'm gonna need Elmer's glue too.
I'm gonna write that down.
Elmer's glue.
I have Elmer's.
I don't have either one of those. Check where match y'all or not. This is embedding. Oh, this is using the leaves. I definitely got the leaves. That's neat. This is embedding the leaves on here. Oh, again, we're using plastic wrap. You need plastic wrap.
Okay.
Yeah, this
have that.
Well, this would be messy, but
Messy but fun.
but fun. This is transfers.
Oh, Kathy said she'll show the whiteboard on Thursday. Okay, great, Kathy.
Okay. This one is using transfers, and she used a bleach pen on black paper.
Oh, that's different.
Okay.
I'll have to bring my bleach pen down here.
Yeah. And this is cut using the Tyrex stuff that Eileen was asking me if I had.
Oh, okay.
That I know. Oh, and that's what made this. That bumpy stuff. That they do say if you use Tyrex, like you got to use this in a well-ventilated area. So I don't know if I use that.
The Tyvek.
Yeah, I'll have to do that in the summer or warm weather. I can open my windows.
We'll put that on the list with the torch.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I have to. I can't open windows right now. Let's see, collage. This is using collage elements on clayboard. Drawing. Oh, that's neat. She just did a little bit of drawing in the center. Like that's more like scribbling. That's awesome. Let's see, silk tissue. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of stuff I've never heard of. I bet Eileen's heard of all of this. All of this.
I don't think she has that book though.
Gampi paper. I definitely don't have Gampi paper.
How do you spell it?
Gampi. You can run it through your inkjet. Well, I would not. I'd be scared to death. If I screwed up my printer, Tom would kill me. I'd be dead. So Gampi tissue to size. So yeah, you need Gampi tissue. And then the technique is called silk tissue. I definitely do not have Gampi tissue. I don't even know what that is.
I might have some of that.
Okay.
When I was looking up different papers and stuff like that, I may have gotten some.
This one's using yarn and tar gel. Wow, that's crazy looking. And this is doing pouring mediums. Fomax. Yeah, you have to get the pour of all that stuff, which I know I won't do. Oh, here you go. Here's our tissue paper I got and never used.
Oh, which one was that?
The circle tissue paper.
Oh, I got that from Mindy.
Yeah, I didn't get that from Blix. Like no one else has that, so I guess you use that. This is interesting. So this is about creating layers using fluid paints using clayboard. So what we'll have to do is just pick something out in advance so all of us can get gold leaf. So that way, like we're going to use clayboard or whatever, we all have that stuff. Like we'll have to maybe give it.
We'll let people. If we're going to do that, we'll let people know in advance. If anyone wants to play along, we can give them a list of the supplies, and they can play along with us if they don't have the book.
Yeah, this is like using a mat board. Where's the gold leaf come into play? Oh, she only has bits or pieces. I'm really confused.
Okay, Amazon has the Gampi and the silk Gampi paper.
Can't be. Oh, and silk, they have both. Okay. Going on my list. Yeah, yeah, this is it's pretty pricey, but you get really giant, big giant. I got it Blix, and it's huge sheets.
It's cool. It's great for texture, for backgrounds, spray inks, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Don't run it through your printer though.
I would not run any.
No. That I wouldn't even run through my printer, and I run lots of stuff through my printer.
I would never do that. Yeah, I would never do that. This is using caustic board. Oh, this is using the rust. They're making rust. Wow, there's all kinds of crazy stuff in here. Shiny leaf board. I remember why I bought it. I was like, ooh. Shellac.
Oh, shellac.
Oh my God, it flames. You burn it.
Oh.
Shellac and fire.
Ignite the shellac. Okay, that would be another outside project. I was going to say shellac sounds like there might be fumes involved.
It would be sticky too. I don't know if that's something you could easily do on camera, but then she burns it. Oh, look, do this outside in an area that's not inflammable.
Oh, good thing they mentioned that.
Concrete is a good choice, unless you burn your driveway or something.
Oh my God. Amy said you need a fume hood to do that one. Yeah, big fan, big industrial fan.
Venetian plaster, masks.
I like Venetian plaster.
Building a mirror. Doing something. Acrylic mirror, plexiglass. I got that. Yeah, stamping. This one turned out neat. That's neat. I like pages like that. And let's see, mix-ins. Oh, this is using coffee and beads. Wow, with decoupage.
Oh, like little micro beads.
Yeah, and rice paper. Rice paper, coffee grounds, and beads.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
And this is that, I think, drywall stuff, I think.
Eileen said, and a few good-looking firemen.
Oh, there's cheesecloth.
Oh, yeah, we could call the fire department and just say, can you just come be on standby?
There you go. Instant layers.
And if it's too warm, take off your shirts. That's fine.
Copper spray paint. This one's using spray paint. Of course, we could probably find copper sprays that we have that's not spray paint.
Okay, Debbie said follow Alicia Torme on Instagram for shellac painting.
Here's one using alcohol inks, stencils, molding paste. Have we ever done molding paste with alcohol inks? I don't know if I've ever done that.
Oh, I don't know. Mixing it in the modeling paste or putting the inks on after you do the modeling paste?
There you see, place the stencil on clay board, spritz alcohol over top of it, let the alcohol soak in, then remove the stencil and let everything dry. And then you apply another stencil and let and do the same thing. So that's neat. I really like that. Like, that's kind of cool.
Okay, so we definitely need some heavier boards to work on.
Yeah,
paper.
I agree. I think with all this, like, this is not something embedded resin. This is just, I don't know if I want to get into that. That would be stuff Debbie does, which I don't think I want to do that. Go down that one. Duralar. Yeah, I think we definitely have to have some clay board and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah.
Paper clay.
See, Eileen, now you know what's in them. That was the whole point today, was seeing what books we had, what's actually in them, and we'll hopefully find some good new projects to do.
We're back to burning again. Let's see, this is burning in the wood. Now I've done, and this is neat. So you burn image in the wood and then you cover it with that bone caustic.
Oh, I've seen videos on that. That makes a nice, I like how that looks when it's done. We have a wood burning set somewhere.
Yeah, so she did like a fence and then the flowers, that's pretty. And this one's glass, bead gel, heavy gel, light molding paste. Oh, and then you, gold paint over dried bead gel. Oh, that's neat. You're putting gold paint over dried bead gel. Look how cool that looks.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So you probably could use some of these on your mixed medium papers, but I think you would only be able to use one or two of these things and not all of these things because it would make your paper too heavy. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't want to do that. So this one is giving waxy look, painting, wax acrylic.
Oh, Dorothy just downloaded the book onto her Kindle.
It's wow, this is a cool book. I mean, I don't know if it will do all 45 things.
No, but there's some fun techniques in there that are different.
But I think that, I've never heard of half of these. And I mean, yeah, so both these require clay or mason up. I agree. It seems like they require a heavier board. You're not going to be able to use some of these in your mixed journals or whatever.
Yeah, they're not journal pages.
I agree. This is more work this on boards and.
Well, I might go over after. I want to see what Kathy said she's going to show that board. I may head over to Home Depot and pick, because I was thinking of getting some wood board.
Is she talking? It looks like Formica. Does it have like a Formica on top? And she said there's white on top. Does she mean like a Formica?
No, I don't know.
Because earlier in earlier chat, she said something about. Whiteboard. Oh, hey, Devin. Sorry I didn't see you.
Yeah, she was in and out.
I missed her.
Masonite board with white finish side called shower board. I don't know. Kathy's going to show it on Thursday, which I'll have to watch the recording. I won't be home Thursday.
Okay. I'm not sure what that is. So this is some of the old books I grabbed. I've never done anything out of this one.
Doodles Unleashed. I have that book.
This is an oldie.
Yeah.
This is an oldie but goodie. This is, some fun.
Okay, Kathy said it looks like what a clipboard is made of, but with a white coating. Okay, so it's pretty sturdy, but it has a white coating, not the gray or brown. Okay.
Back to, most of us probably have this book, I would think.
Yeah, I bet a lot of us have it.
This is an older book. Go back to the book you were going to show earlier. I know I don't have, which was The Decorated Page.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me switch. Okay. Here's a book. Actually, Debbie, there was a couple that Eileen did not have. And Colleen. I had a couple Colleen didn't have. Okay, this is a decorated page. Journals, scrapbooks, and albums made simply beautiful. Oh, from the library of Miss Tamara Perez. So I got this used on Amazon probably. Okay, it talks about art journaling. You know, the beginning pages on what materials to use, the basics, neutral or determined materials. So she goes in and talks a lot about paper, different types of journals, blank books, different binding styles. So this is kind of nice if you're interested in actually making different journals or figuring out what kind of journal you want to use. Talks about different paper. Here's the art supplies, different types of pens. Here, let me put this up a bit closer. There. Dip pens, metallic pens, talks about specialty inks, graphite pencils, colored pencils, different types of paints, stencils, how to put together an everyday supply kit. Oh, supply kit for customizing books and preparing pages. Okay. Travel supply kit. Illogical illuminations. She talks about some history of books, illuminated pages, blank spaces have line of text or filled with the elongated bodies. Okay. Different techniques. Okay, customizing a blank book. She talks about removing pages, how to add spine fasteners. Okay, this is a good book if you're interested in altering books too. She explains how to go through, alter the book, prepare it for doing art in. Edge trimming. This is cool. I'm kind of interested in this. It looks almost like a paper bag journal. All right, altered books.
Yeah, baby.
Modifying the cover. Encrustation. Okay, different techniques to use for your cover.
Okay, Linda.
This one's called Back for a Few. Hey, Linda. Do you see my tweets? I'm going to switch to yes. Debbie Colleen announced that she's going to be switching it or streaming at 10, and you'd be filling in between 6:30 till 8. Encrustation. A hardcover book can be completely transformed by a process called encrustation, which was developed by book artist Timothy Alley. The effects that you can achieve with the process are limited only by your imagination. Matte medium, thickener, texturizing, masking tape. So it's basically embedding materials into it. Huh, that's kind of cool. Really makes it look old. Put pieces of mica cloth. Okay, so it looks like you make this paste, you spread it on top of the cover, and then you start pressing in different like mica, pieces of mica, cloth, rocks, beads, etc. by pushing or pressing into the incrustation. Oh, that's cool. Paint the incrustation with liquid acrylics or polish it with shoe polish. When the paint or polish is dry, give the cover a final coat of wax paint. So that's just a cool way to make a cover for over your book. You can collage, do some lettering. Okay, so this is a book with different techniques of altering your books. How to prepare pages, different wet process work, best on medium to heavyweight paper, how to do a watercolor wash, watercolor wash with plastic wrap. So it goes into detail if you're interested in altering books and like be aware of the paper. There's different techniques to use. Using a dry process on thinner papers or older books. Acrylic mesh print. Oh, here's some. I should pull. I think I have some of this, the plastic needlepoint stuff. That is a good texture thing. That would be good on the jelly plate too. It's just that plastic board, you know, you do needlepoint with kids with. Leaves a nice finish. Copier transfers. Stamping. Drawing. Different layouts to do.
Oh, I forgot to take Helen and mention that to her. I forgot that.
What's that?
Tell Jeannie to update her streamer list. Time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Okay, so this book is good if you're into altering books. Just goes into pretty good detail about how to do it. Just different techniques, ways to work the page so it's more interesting. Talks about writing in the books. You know, use your books for gathering information. Just a bunch of different techniques for book altering. So yeah, again, it's another fun, inspirational book, and just it gives a little bit of history, talks about different paper types, different types of book, different types of binding. So if you're into making journals and stuff like that, this might be a fun book. And I'll have to keep this out when I'm looking for different ideas on my journals when I'm binding them, or what kind of paper to use and stuff like that. So I don't know. Does anybody else? I don't know if anybody else has this book, but
yeah, I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, and I find it interesting just since I've made journals recently, but
right.
But it's not. There's really it's more like a giving you ideas and inspiration. It's not a step by step.
Agree.
So, all right, where are we? Let me pull out something else. Let's see.
See you later, Teresa.
Bye, Teresa.
Judy.
All right, let me take out a couple art journal books.
Okay.
Do you want to flip through the what's her name book?
What book?
The doodle book?
Oh, okay. I could do that while you're all looking. This is an older one. This is Tracy Bautista. This one's older. Hi, everybody. I'm sure has heard of her. I mean, everybody mostly in this group. But if you're new to watching recording and you're new to Mixed Media, you might be interested in this one. So, she talks about how to overcoming the blank page, doodle inspiration, research. I created the piece below using printed muslin and dyed paper towel, chipboard letters, stencils, and painted washes. Painted the flourish on top, dyed paper towels using colorations, liquid watercolor with a little acrylic paint or tulip sprays, and then you can dye them and put them on. That's a good idea. I guess if you mix some acrylic paint with it, that makes it more permanent. That's neat on her little. I love her handwriting.
Okay, this is the different one. That's the Doodles one. This is the Printmaking Unleashed. Does she do step-by-steps in that one, Colleen?
I think she does. She does actually show, kind of explain the process, but not as many steps. And it keeps it like this one. She has 4 steps, so there is some step-by-steps. These she just talks about it, and then it's a mixture. It's a mixture of, looks like it's a mixture of things that she's done, and she just explains little things in each one, like this one. And then fast forward here, repetitive patterns. So here she actually kind of does the little line drawing. Like I did this here, did this here. And then over here, there is a exercise doing circle doodles, and there is 4 steps on this one. So yeah, there is some step-by-steps. This one doing scribble monotones, and then some are, yeah, this one is, yeah, so there is some step-by-steps in here.
Okay, so that one's all doodle making, and then this one is more print making. Mark making using, use a doily, masking tape resist, plexiglass printmaking. So, but similar.
I think I have that one too.
Yeah.
Eileen needs to dust off her book.
No, you need to use those books. That's why we're getting all these out. We're going to use all these.
Digital layers.
Yeah, so these are just fun, step-by-step inspiration, eye candy books to get ideas. It's just kind of fun to pull out your books and flip through them.
It is.
See what's inside. Get ideas. Remember some old techniques, stuff like that.
Yeah, free motion. Oh, she has her Glamour Girls, how to do that in here.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, I remember her Glamour Girls.
Yeah, it looks like you can download full-size faces to practice, trace, and doodle if it still works. It's www.createmixedmedia.com/doodle-faces, and you can download these. And then she goes, after you download them, you can trace them, and then she goes into how to paint it. And it looks like she might even have she said she has a step-by-step video of this one on the same website. Now that's if it's still up, because this book's really old.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's neat. Yeah, there's some, I said, oldies but goodies, right? So stuff we haven't done in a while.
All right, I just randomly pulled out some books. Draw, Doodle, Design. Over 150 inspiring ideas to get you drawing. So this is another kind of like a Wreck Your Journal that gives you prompts and spaces to draw on. I think for the new year, I'm going to try and keep one of these books out and try to do something in it at least once a week. You know, just make a point of doing something in it. Who's good at, Janet has one of these, and I know she's actually used hers. Has anybody else used your breakfast journal or any other type of book like this?
She's also done Collage Unleashed, which I have too.
Ooh.
Teresa, she did Collage Unleashed too.
Huh. I don't know if I have that one. Although Collage Unleashed. Do you have that one? Do you have that one in front of you, Colleen, or you just know you have it?
There's Collage Unleashed. So she has, I don't know if she has any other books. It's the only 2 books she ever did. Might be the only 2 books she ever did. I know she sells her collage medium.
Yeah.
This is about dyeing paper towels. And this is drizzling paint, scraping paint, crayon techniques. Oh, this is probably melting them in foil cups.
What is that one?
Crayon cupcakes. Take broken crayons, metallics, multi crayons, cupcakes. So you put them in these. You take the wrappers off, put them in a tin. She said mix a few metallic or glitter crayons with it. Bake and glitter or mica flakes for added sparkle to mix in. Set oven to 250. Place muffin tin in the oven until the crayons are melted. And then says do not remove the tin till they're from the crayons till they're hardened to prevent them from overlapping. And
then what does she draw with them?
Yeah, I guess so. She didn't show it. Let's see. Then you paint with the crayons here's the iron melting crayons we did.
Oh, okay.
Adding metallic crayons on top. So here's the other little iron to do marks. Other way of using wax is to break up a crayon in sections to melt to pieces with a heated gun. So you can actually put them in one of these and use your heat gun and melt it.
Oh, so you're mixing up all the color and then melting it on so it comes out in all different colors.
Yeah.
Cool.
It said that she did this on cardstock. Would use wooden skewers. That's different. I didn't remember that was in here.
Oh, that's funny. And we thought we were so original with our
crayons.
Melting our crayons.
And here in the collage book, it talks about that, creating texture plates, freezer paper, hand cutouts, layering prints using foam, layering prints using dyes. This is about dyeing the paper towels.
Okay, Norma has Collage Unleashed. Dar uses her breakfast journal. Good.
This is by using your die cuts and different things for stamps or stencils. Stitching transparent layers on. Revamping your art, take digital scans of your art and then print them out and then doodle on top and, work with them more. That kind of makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Doodle stuff here. This is fun. This would be good to do and fill up the book thing that Dee Dee wants everybody to do. She wants you to fill up the shoot. I'm having a
Oh, the book. What's it called?
Fudge. My brain's mush. That would be an idea. You could do creative lettering too, along with other stuff. Goodness gracious.
Composition book.
Composition book. Oh, I can remember that, but something so basic. Using transfer gel.
Oh, that's another thing. Colleen, you had mentioned Dee Dee and her composition book. Dee Dee said to find 5 books to use for inspiration. So make sure, go through your books and pull stuff out that, you know, you can use in your composition book to take notes from, draw pictures, stuff like that. Oh, Terry's done Wreck This Journal. Fun. Okay, sorry, Colleen, go ahead.
No, that's good. No, that's good though. I was reading when you said that. I was just reading. Talks about transfers and alternate mark making tools on here. This is Doodle Jump Starts. So it gives you ideas. I mean, look how cool that looks around her art. Oh, this is laying down images. Let's see. Dyed paper towels. Brushing at the top. Like I said, these are old books, but it's fun to revisit if you already have them. So
yeah, revisit them. Remember old techniques.
Filling in gesso, and then add a mixture of glaze with heavy body acrylic, and then she uses the portfolios or whatever, and then went over top with those. And then
she uses portfolios. Not a lot, but she does. That's
use gel pens. Now on top, if you look really close, it's better if you have the book because some of these pictures are really small, but she used gel pen then on top, which I thought would work. But
yeah, we've all got gel pens sitting around. Take everything out and use it. Joycey, I'm talking about what she's going to do for New Year's. I don't know if it was her last stream, but on her New Year's stream, she's going to use Lynda Barry, her syllabus book, and she wanted everybody to get a composition book, find 5 books to use as inspiration, and, you know, just use your composition for ideas, idea collecting and note taking and stuff like that. Yeah, the old stuff is fun. Sometimes I think we get caught up. We kind of get in a rut and we forget about everything that's out there.
Yeah, and just digging some of our new stuff and, you know, using the old stuff. And this is sewing signatures and creating signatures. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember that. Definitely don't think I remember this. You actually got how to make a book if you don't know how to make a book. And this is funky binding technique here.
That's still Tracy Bautista?
Yeah.
That's her collage. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's paint, bind, stitch, and play.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff in that book.
Yes, there is a lot of stuff in here. Here's how to do weave cord signatures using hemp binding. This is how to use, we're using just thread. That's interesting. So Joycey, she likes to do binding. This is how to do a knotted fabric book.
Oh, cool.
That's neat. Use this is a stitch along the sewing machine version. That's my lazy way of doing it. Wow, latch and hook binding. Holy moly. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Latch and hook binding. Well, I don't remember seeing this. I don't remember this at all from this book. Some of these things, it's like I'm seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, I know I don't have that book.
Blanket stitching, chain stitching.
It is, Kelly.
Wire beading, stapling, riveting, metal tags, doodle with metal, combining summer techniques.
Oh, Joycey said Barb Owens had done that. The binding, the hook binding. Joyce.
Oh. This one's neat. Hey, I like these. Consider these options for collecting found papers for your journal signatures. And she has a list down here. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Let me tilt my camera.
here, let me take this.
I need to tilt my camera. It's out of the, it's at the very bottom. I mean, we kind of know a lot of this, but I'd say at the time, I probably did not know a lot of this when I bought the book. Magazines and handmade paper. I'm not sure what Josh paper is.
How do you spell it?
Joss, Joss. I don't know what Joss paper is. Envelopes, ledger, graph, catalog, photocopy, dictionary paper, old book pages, brown papers, Tyrex envelopes, receipts, maps, wallpaper, paint chips, ribbons, doilies, computer paper, newspaper, comic, paper bags.
Okay, CB said it's been around forever. Joss paper, I guess she's talking about. I'm not sure what it is either.
Joss paper, I'll look that up. I have no idea what that is. Okay.
A good idea for that list right there is to make a copy of that list and just keep it on your desk.
Yeah, I mean, this actually would have been like when I bought this book way back when, like, which I apparently didn't even do anything out of. Like, this would have been super helpful.
Even now, you know how your mind goes blank when it's like, okay, what should I put on there? You have a list. Okay, the girls are saying it's Japanese or in Chinese paper.
Oh, I don't know. It just says Josh paper. It doesn't say what Josh.
Is it like a calligraphy paper? Is it thin? Is it textured? Oh, the paper's usually gold and used by Chinese in Amsters. We should mind map that list of papers.
And this one was a retro art quilt book, which she talked about in a prior page about making an art quilt book, and then she used that fun edge latch hook canvas to bind it. There's some neat stuff in here. Ooh, the big stack, how to sew your purse, which I know I would not do. I would buy one. The artful wall, that's neat.
Okay, the paper that has the gold part on it. Dorothy said you can get the paper at Chinese supermarkets. And Joycey says, Colleen, I think you have some.
Yeah, I am just
talking about
Josh paper and I didn't know it. Who knew? I'll have to look. I don't know. Well, my camera is freaking out because it's white and black. But so she said, feel free to photocopy like any of these for your personal use, so that way you can just cut the words out and use them.
Cool.
Oh wow! Why have I never done that? Her handwriting's better than mine. Use these ideas to explore in a large photocopy and scan and transfer. So I think this is a good example of filling up the, like Dee Dee wants you to fill up the whole journal book. This is another example of how to do that.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. When you do have your composition, just take that, make copies of what's in there, and use it for collage papers.
Mm-hmm. Here's some patterns she has you to copy. Here's some girls on here you can copy or try to learn to draw. And then you can use these. These are ones you're talking about where you make your own stencils. So it'd be more or less like tracing and doing this, so you can, make some stencils with them. Or
okay, I think this is just a little Joycey made me think of this. I think I'm going to do a craft room tour, and when I don't remember what I have and where I can't find when I can't find something, I'm going to ask Joycey, because then she'll remember.
Yeah. So I would say that both of these are pretty good oldies but goodies, I would say.
Yeah, those are. I forgot. I mean, those are her books. Do have a lot of information in them.
They do, and again, it's hers is doodling and lettering and mixed media. So you know, I mean, it's a combination. You know, she also does this kind of stuff.
Yeah, she's got the doodling, she's got the printmaking, and then the collage.
Yeah, and then brings it all together. So these are both really, I think, give you a lot of ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull those out. Okay, so I just randomly picked out some more books. I think we'll go for about 5 more minutes until 1 o'clock. I don't know if anybody does Stamp December with Julie Faye Fan Balzer, but I don't know if she's doing it this year because I know she's expecting. But she does have a book about stamp carving, and I haven't seen many. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't seen them. But if anybody's interested in stamp carving, she has a book that explains how to do different techniques in stamp carving, which is kind of fun. Oh, that's good. Do you purge yours and buy new ones? So you rotate your books? I save them all. Hopefully somebody will take them when I'm not here anymore. She talks about different types of different ways to stamp, how to use your stamps, how to carve a rubber stamp. Stamp carving is something I've always been interested in, but I've done a little bit of it, but not a whole lot.
What book is that one?
This one, because usually in December, Julie Faye Fan Balzer does that stamp
okay,
December.
I have that one. Okay.
So I just grabbed it because I don't know if anybody's interested in stamp carving or doing that with her. She usually does I think she does a prompt a day or something, or I'm not sure. But it's just a fun book if you're interested in stamp carving. Kind of goes into the basics, different inks to use for printing, how to carve rubber stamps, what kind of tools to use. So yeah, just a fun book. How to mount the stamps. Making, let's see, inking with paint and printing ink. Stamp carving workshop. Shows you how to make a heart stamp. And then what to do, ideas, what to do with the stamp after you've made it. Triangle stamp. I like some of her stamps, like she'll make a really small stamp and use it as a pattern and make it into a big, a big print that's really pretty. Chevron stamps. See, like this one.
She's stealing, so she feels good she's not buying any books today.
She has them all. Most of them. She does carve great stamps. Her, and I also found another person who does stamping. It's Mischievous Red Fox on Instagram, does some cool stamp carving. So just something else. Just another thing to add to the list of things to do. She shows how to do clip art, how to transfer clip art onto and make a stamp out of it. Bracket frame, all different types of stamps. So alphabet stamps. So just some fun script word stamp. Remember to do it backwards, so when you're stamping, it's going the right way. Faux woodcut stamp. So yeah, just another mixed media thing to work on, how to design your stamps. Making stamp sets, different tips.
Couple things when we interrupt, but there's a couple things that catch my things I don't remember. Watercolor.
Oh, okay.
Up in collaging. This is interesting. Is using laying rice paper over your watercolor.
Oh, over the watercolor you're painting and then using the rice paper to soak it up?
Yeah. So watercolor down, curling, dry. Now you dry it, then spread a heavy coat of matte medium or the watercolor, lay a thin piece of texture rice paper over the wet surface. Okay, so you paint it, you put down the heavy matte gel, then you put the rice paper down over top of it and flatten it with a brayer, and then and let the rice paper dry on there. And then when I guess the rice paper will absorb the colors and repeat the pattern when dry. And the rice paper application small area builds up. So when you flip it over, it's gonna be the scene on rice paper. It's like transferring your watercolor onto rice paper.
Oh, so then you have a start for a new.
How cool is that?
Oh, that would be fun. Now, what book is that, Colleen?
This is New Creative Collage Technique.
Ooh, I might have that. Let me look. Eileen wants to know, do you have Paper Transformed? I don't think I have.
No, I do not. Paper Transformed. No. Handbook. Surface design. Okay, I do not have that. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't have that one. So the other is using watercolors on top of rice paper. Caustic support with a matte medium or soft gel. So you put like a soft gel or matte medium over your rice paper gently with a brayer without wrinkling it. A piece of rice paper when it's collaged and paint on the rice paper. So if you cover rice paper with matte medium or soft gel, you can watercolor on it. Like that when we pulled it off, you can also watercolor on it. I don't remember some of these. Recycle watercolor on, I've never torn up a watercolor to collage now. So this chapter is called Watercolor with Collage. And
thanks, Helen. Helen posted, we want to make sure everybody knows that the reverse collage drawing is going to be this Thursday, the 21st, instead of Saturday, the 23rd. But you don't have to be there to win. Just make sure that you've posted all your pages that you've done, so you get an entry for each page you did.
You have this book. Did you find it?
No, but I found you have Collage Paint Draw.
No.
Okay.
I remember seeing that, but I don't think I have that.
This looks kind of interesting. Bleach pen suitcases. We saw bleach pen stuff. Seal heart with beeswax. Here we go. Beeswax collage.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, they show you can actually, they melt the beeswax and then brush it over with a paintbrush. The word in art, putting different ways to put your words in art. Ooh, cute. Tutu dress made with cheesecloth. That might be kind of a fun one. Let's see, what did CB say? CB. Gilly for 2 years. For 2 years in college, I worked in the library. Oh, CB worked in the library. That I would love to work in a library. Okay, so do a lot of samples. Oh, which one? The transformed book, Paper Transformed. Eileen, get it out. Braille and printed paper. I have some Braille and printed paper that I got from Terry Trouble. I should pull that out. Stenciling. See anything more interesting in yours, Colleen?
Yeah, they said some of these just I've seen, and some of these I have not seen. So it's really interesting to look through this again. This is doing the whole like making your own stuff to do the dip your papers.
This is just kind of fun looking through all these books.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you don't remember.
Remembering ideas, finding new ideas.
Oh, wow. This is like making, embossing your own paper, like laying down stuff and wetting your paper and have it take the design. God.
Wow.
And handmade paper in there for people that want to make handmade paper. That's in there. This one has some interesting stuff. This one I thought was cool. So you take some, I guess it would be more like, I'm thinking cardboard, and you take the globs of gel medium, and then you like squish it together and pull it apart, and like it's like a cardboard, and then you paint them. And it looks like these crazy leaves and stuff. How cool is that?
Cool.
It's called gel whatever. I don't even know. So I ain't gonna try to pronounce that. Do you want to know what book you have, Kathy? Is that
Pelletier
Collage Paint Draw
by Sue Pelletier.
Oh wait, she used encaustic illustration board, but you said you could also use matte board or heavy watercolor paper. Ew, you could do this with heavy watercolor paper.
What's that?
Oh,
the décolletage or whatever it is.
Oh, that's cool. So you take this a gel medium and you put it in, you push them together and then pull them apart, and then you can make them as focal points, collage them and whatever, and then it's painted. Look how pretty that is.
That is pretty. Here, let me Oh, that is pretty.
Oh, the book that she's showing is only $4. Wow. It won't be after everybody here buys it.
The one Colleen has or my book?
Oh, that's a good question. I assumed it was yours.
We're like on book overload here.
Oh, it is mine. This one, $4. New Creative Collage Techniques, $4, people.
Nice.
Nita Leland. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, this is one of those spiral books, which I don't think they make too many of anymore.
Now she's saying it's the one I have.
Oh, Kathy's book. Okay.
Yeah. Look on
Okay.
Amazon for all of them. They've got great prices if you find them used.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some fun paper clay and dryer sheets. Why does that sound familiar? It sounds like something that Eileen would make Janet do. Dryer sheets are easy to find and stitch, and they add an interesting transparent texture. Huh.
Okay. So this one has Teresa Bautista in it. Collage Crafts Gone Wild. It's got numerous artists in it, mixed media, projects, and techniques. And this one has pieces in this. I wonder if this is more of a look at or a do.
I don't know, but I don't have that one either. Huh. Tons of collage books.
Butcher paper collage. Oh, this is what we needed for a fall book. It's butcher paper collage.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow. Okay. That one would be, we're doing all those brown paper books. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a step-by-step. This one is by Katie Kendrick. That's cute. This is a step-by-step to make her little unicorn people. That's cute.
See, I just love flipping through these just to look at the pictures, get ideas.
Tracy Bautista did a graffiti wall showing you how to do that. And this is design paper towels. Let's see. Sewing through frames and adding stuff to it. Okay.
Here she shows, this person shows how to do carbon paper, transfers, and layering. Loose ink transfers.
Oh, I recognize Kelly Roberts. I have Kelly Roberts' book. We all probably have that too.
Yeah, that looks familiar. That
this is in here, one of the artists in here, but I know I have her book too.
adding masking fluid resist. So we all have these supplies.
This is using canvas board, and you use beeswax, and then they did it in like I think a crock pot. Yeah, like
brushed it on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can you can use the iron or you could melt it and use the brush.
Yeah, and then yeah, which is cool. So yeah, after she painted it, and then she used that pattern paper, and she used wax to adhere the melted beeswax tissue over top onto the board. And then after that, she took the little iron, and she looks like she secured the board, quilting iron, smooth the wax from there, remove as much or little. So then you go in and like scrape some of it back off, I guess, if you want to give it some texture. And then she talks about using the beeswax again to add your person. And says you can also stamp on wax. I didn't know that. If you use permanent ink, you can stamp on your wax. Oh, good to know. You can stamp on beeswax. There's gauze on fabric. That's neat. Oh, gauze. I have this. Wow. So you put gauze over fabric.
Gauze on fabric, and then just as an added layer, what do you put over it then? Paint or?
Yeah, then after that you paint on top of it.
Cool.
So if you put gauze on fabric, you can paint over top of the
More
dye.
texture. Okay, here's one. Has anybody used HVAC tape in their art?
Here's the rest of it. I'm sorry. It has the step-by-steps to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. It does have the rest of how she ate it. She turned it brown and then covered it and painted. She has a little step-by-step. There's 12. I that was in the book we were using the other night, the surface treatments, where you use that.
Oh, really? Oh my God, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, and it was like you tear it up and then you could and the strips and take a pen and make designs. Yeah, that was actually in that book I was doing the other night. It's cool.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I did this one.
Oh, did you do that one? What's that one?
I did this one. This is a using a canvas, painting, dimensional paint, embroidery, floss, fabric. It's just using just an art piece. I did do that one though. I actually did finish that one. Wow, I actually did one in the book. Woohoo! I did one, except I don't think I sewed. I don't think I remember sewing on it. I think I probably skipped that part. Let's see. Fusion, Advanced Unique Collage Projects. This is more Kelly Ray. Oh, look at this one. Here's the plaster roll stuff again. This is use a piece of dry floral foam. Use a razor and cut out a shape out of it, and then wrap it with the gauze stuff, and then add some plaster Paris on it. And then after that, she dried it and she put fluid acrylics and added to her piece.
Huh.
For a 3D element. Wow, neat. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the reverse collage drawing Thursday, and it should be at best. And then we're going to. I'm going to do the drawing Thursday because I'm only going to be at this time. I'm just going to be doing Thursdays with her, doing reverse collage, unless that changes. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. But I am still doing the drawing for the reverse collage and everyone who participated. Let's see. This is stitching. Another one I have is. This is Floor Mixed Media Collage is another one. So yeah, a lot more of these than I remember. Coffee washes.
Yeah, Colleen, when do you want everybody's pages posted by for help?
Yeah, post them by Wednesday because Thursday night I'm going to do the drawing. So that way she has all day. Like if you post them by Wednesday night, and then that way she can get all them printed or typed out for me so I can print it. This is coffee dyeing. This is coffee dyeing fabric with instant coffee. Gold. Shading with wax pencil. This is on a wood substrate. That's with crayons, watercolor glazes, hand stitching, transfers, gluing stuff on. I wonder if she works on a wood substrate for the entire thing. I don't think you would need to. Some of the stuff I definitely don't think you need a wood substrate to do this, because this you're just making mark making and stuff like that. Oh, that's cute. A scroll journal. That's cute. Gelatos, acrylic paints, molding paste, and use your little spatula stuff. This is using basically like what they did is use some foam, styrofoam, cut some shapes, again, wrap it and then add it to a piece. This is just showing another version of that. You can cut that off too. Paper clay, creating a gesso resist. Oh, here's a wax one. Let's see what this one is. Shauna said that she loves the journal that you made. Oh, we made. She must have made one.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. How is the, I wanted to ask you, how is it working out? Are you having any issues with the score tape underneath it? Is it holding up good? Oh, okay. Okay. Everything's holding up. Oh, good. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. I like how the cover turned out, and I've been enjoying seeing what you've been doing in it.
Oh, that makes sense. So if you're going to use, she was saying it just unrelated to what you're talking about, like the pellets, which I have, is actually used. She said put those in a little warmer, like a crock pot, the little pellets.
Oh, the little wax pellets?
Yeah, put them in a crock pot and melt them, and then you can
brush it.
Your piece, and you can stamp in it with your regular stamp, and talks about using things embedded into it, applying it to a photo. But this is just regular beeswax, nothing else. Just showing you other ways you can do that. So, which I forgot about. I had the beeswax, but I think I got rid of my small crock pots.
I know. I used to have a little tiny appetizer crock pot. I should see if it's still there. I may have gotten rid of it though.
I think I just don't cook anymore, so I was like, I'm not doing parties anymore on the other crap.
You don't cook? Use it for art supplies.
Right? So when you retire, when you retire your kitchen things, take it upstairs to or downstairs. Take it to your art space. Apparently, that's where retired kitchen stuff needs to go.
I agree, Helen. It's always, Shauna. I like when a journal lays flat. Much easier to work in. Okay, well, it's about 1:20, and hopefully you guys got some inspiration. You'll take out some of your books and flip through them. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to, if there's some books that you saw that you want us to do some projects out of, post in the stream, post underneath on YouTube. If there's any books you could, if there's any of your books that are your favorite books that we have or we don't have, post those. Any ideas about things you want us to work on, go ahead and post. This was a stream just to kind of get everybody looking at other books and finding new ideas on things to work with. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So Beth is on tonight at 7. 7 o'clock on Thursday is a reverse collage drawing, and Colleen will be on at 10 o'clock on Friday. We're going to do the big poster reverse collage. So lots coming up this week. Dee Dee, Joycey, are you streaming tomorrow? Joycey, Sean is on Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, I won't be around on Thursday. So yeah, get out your books, get some inspiration, do some art. Eileen, post on your stream or post on your blog what you do with your art book. Okay, so Joycey's streaming, and then Sean will be on late afternoon, early evening.
And Dee Dee in the morning. Yeah.
All righty. Well, thanks a lot for coming. Hopefully this was fun, and I will see you next week. And go and pull out your books. Do some art. Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome.
I'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, no problem. No problem.